Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming at this moment. Yeah, at SL FEM IPB University Summer Course Program. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. I hope all of you are in good health and still full of enthusiasm to take part in this summer course. And today we have an extraordinary speaker, actually, Miss Annisa, who will deliver teaching material related to environmental aspect, which are interesting and also full of fun. Miss Annisa Nur Hasanah, right, Mbak Annisa? Miss
Annisa
Annisa.
Hasanah.
Oh yeah, without Nur ya.
Yes,
Miss
sorry.
Annisa Hasanah. Sorry, Miss Annisa Hasanah Arsyad. Yeah, already here. Yeah, to deliver her materials. But before that, yeah, I will read her short bio first. Miss Annisa Hasanah Arsyad is the founder of Ecofanopoly, of environmental interactive board games. Her social enterprise, Ecofan Indonesia, aims to develop more understanding of environmental issues and science through interactive games. Annisa is also a founder of Ecofan Community, and she has been involved in various impact projects and workshops. The themes mostly related to social entrepreneurships, writing, environmental awareness, creative educations, and youth as public speaker and also mentor. Along with Ecofan Indonesia, she has been received both national and international achievements such as Global Winner SDGs and her award by World Bank, first prize winner national writing competition by Ministry of Forestry and Environment Republic of Indonesia, first prize winner Impact Asian United Nations Volunteers, winner YSELI Future Seed Grants, finalist UNEP Young Champion of the Earth, and also winner Indonesia Sociopreneur Challenge. Through her work, she has been conducted many project collaboration in several countries such as Pakistan, Australia, United States, Myanmar, the Philippines, Germany, and many others. Annisa Hasanah is also an avid traveler. She has been traveled to 35 countries, written her story in www.annisaporter.com, and author to travel books. First is student travel first, and the student travel the second. Annisa is currently pursuing a PhD in environmental education at the Graduate School of Global Environmental Studies, Kyoto University, Japan. Okay, that's the short bio of Miss Annisa Hasanah, and she will deliver the fun material related to engaging children and youth on environmental action through games. So, Miss Annisa, time is yours.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Ibu Nufa, for the introductions. Before I start, may I ask how much time do I have for presentations? Like 1 hour or?
I think 1 and 15, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Okay, thank you. So hi, everyone. It's so good to meet all of you here virtually. As Ibu Nufa already introduced about me, my name is Annisa, or you can call me Nisa, but most people call me Potter, but it's really long story how I've been called as Potter. It's from Harry Potter. So allow me to share my screen. Wait a second. All right. Okay, so can you see my screen? If it's okay, can you give me a thumb or just say yes? Ibu Nufa, can you see my...
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So good evening, everyone. It's already dark here. Actually, as already Ibu Nufa introduced about me, I'm currently in Japan right now, in Kyoto. It's one of the most beautiful city in the world. And today I would like to share about some of my work related to my educational project, which hopefully you can learn some new things, some insight from my presentations. And before I start, may I ask if do we have international participants here? I mean, like foreign participants. Can you give me a thumb just to make sure how many non-Indonesian participants here? Okay, I see one thumb, two, three. Okay. Okay, thanks. Thank you. If it's okay, do you mind to write it down on the chat box where you're from, just to get to know a little bit about you, where you're from? Thank you. So today I would like to share about my current work, which is called Engaging Marginalized Youth to Environmental Issues Through Serious Games. So here you can see maybe there are three keywords that I would like to talk about. First is about the youth, so, which means it's about all of you. But here in my research, I focus on a very particular group. And the second keyword is about environment. And the third one is something that I'm sure you guys love it. It's about games. Okay. So, so before I go, so actually aside from being a student here in Japan, I'm also a game developer, and I initiate my own company, like social enterprise, which is called EcoFun Indonesia or EcoFun ID. So as you already know that I really love games. I love to play. So here for the next maybe 1 hour, I would like to also invite you to join the quiz time, which will be led by me. So I hope if all of you have a different device, so can you, if you use your laptop right now and you have your smartphone, do you want to grab your phone and open menti.com? I'm sure you already used this before. I'll give you time while I'm sharing my screen. So before I talk a little bit more about my project and my research, I would like to introduce my own social enterprise, EcoFun ID. But the way I introduce EcoFun is through playing games. So it's going to be fun. So let me share the Menti screen. Wait a second. Please make sure you prepare your phone right now. All right. So here is the screen. If you already open menti.com, can you put this code above 3237965? And then I'll be waiting for you there on the quiz room. Okay, I see a bunnies and donuts. Yes, and yeah, I wish like all of you can participate. It's very what is it, easy quiz, so you don't have to worry, can I do this or not, but this is very light, so don't worry. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, okay, the participants are keep coming. Okay, I'll be waiting for you here. Okay, I'll just wait for probably 30 seconds. Once we reach probably 15, then I'll start. Okay, seems we got 13 right now. Okay. How many of us right here? Oh, there are 66 of us. So I hope it will be nice if half of the audience can participate, like maybe 30 participants. So I thought the participant is like 25, but I was surprised, like suddenly the participants become 66. All right. Okay, I see detective, I see feet, yes, ghost and cat. Okay. So if you're new to this menti.com, so in case you haven't you haven't logged into this game, so while we're playing, you can actually join in the middle of the game, so don't worry. So the code will be there on the above of the page. All right, I think since I don't have much time, so maybe I'll just start right now. Okay, so please get ready. So greetings from EcoFun Indonesia. Let's start. Okay, so first question. So get ready. Just random guess. what do you think of what is ecophenopoly? And I will explain after this. I think this is very easy questions because Ibu Nufa already introduced about it. If you listened,
I also already put my answer there.
oh, okay. All right. Yes. So what is ecomonopoly? And yes, 50 participants are correct. It's an environmental board game. So Ecofund Indonesia, we actually as a game developer company, we created a board game. And one of the game that we made, it's Ecomonopoly, and it's about environment. So later on, I'm going to talk more about how we can use games to introduce about environmental issues. And as you guys know, environmental issues have very complicated challenges. And then here in through this game, we try to engage players, especially children and youth, in how they reshape their actions and also hopefully their behavior, so that we can create a better sustainable society. So thank you for the first questions. I'll go to the next one. Get ready. Second questions is drum roll. Okay, let's see. Second questions, it's about, oh, what ways that we use to make game pieces in Ecophenopoly. As you guys know, Ecophenopoly is environmental game. So to produce the game, we actually do some recycling. And can you guess what kind of how to say, what kind of waste that we use? Sorry, option 5, you can just ignore it. It's yeah, there's some error there. So 4 choices. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Right. So the ways that we use, actually there are 2. It's paper and woods, but we haven't recycled plastic for I think, yeah, we're wanting to recycle plastic and make it useful for the games, but it's not yet. Thank you. Anyway, yes, paper and woods. So in Ecophenopoly, since it's a board game, so board game usually has a dice, right? If you know dice, and usually dice made from plastic. But in this game, we actually use like a wood waste, like some unused woods from like a furniture like company. So we make a partnership so they can create this wooden dice. And also we have the pounds, the pieces. In Indonesian, probably we call it pion or gacoan. So we made the pieces from paper waste. Thank you. And let's go to the next questions. It's getting difficult, probably. Oh, okay, so this is the leaderboard. Let's see who's leading, who's the fastest player in this quiz. Okay, Pingu, it's the current like winning. That's the current first rank. So let's see if Pingu, right? Pingu can be consistent until the end. And let's go. Let's go to the next questions. Right, let's go. Let's see what's the third question. So, okay, how many countries that Ecophenopoly has been played? As you know, Ecophenopoly is not just in Indonesia, but also we have introduced this game in other countries as well. Can you just guess how many countries? 5, 10, 15, or 20? Just guess. I'm just curious, what is your answer? All right. Wow. These 3 people are good enough to answer that. The total countries actually is 15. So I think Ibu Nufa already mentioned that some of the countries that become the target countries, but in total we already introduced this game in 15 countries. So yeah, I forgot if what actually ASEAN countries usually become the targets, and then Germany, United States of America, Pakistan, and I'm currently here in Japan, and yeah, and so on. You can go check later on our website to find out. And okay, next questions. We have 5 questions, so this is the last 2 questions. All right, let's see. Okay. Since we introduced Ecofinopoly in different countries, in other countries, so of course we make several languages. Can you guess which language that is not yet exist? The one that has not yet. So actually we have all the language except one. So can you just guess which one? This is tricky. Yeah. All right. Very good. Very good guessing for these two participants. Actually, we have Indonesian, of course, the first language that we used. The second is English. And the third one is actually German. So we do have the German language. And then the fourth is Tagalog, or the Philippines language. And the fifth is actually Burmese. It's from Myanmar. Yeah, the language used in Myanmar. Since we run some project there, so we already translate the game into foreign languages. But unfortunately, since I'm here, we don't have the Japanese version yet, but hopefully soon we will make the Japanese versions. Okay, thank you. And do we have another questions? Okay, this is the final questions. Let's see if Pingu can be the winner, or maybe there will be a plot twist. Maybe someone from the bottom rank can go up. Okay. So EcoFun ID also developed social team games, and it is called, actually the clue, there are two answers. So if you answer one of those, it should be okay. There are 5 options: sampan, katiga, kolase, sepsis, or say no. Which one is your choice? Oh, interesting. So yeah, so since I'm gonna talk more about environmental issues and how we insert these environmental issues into our games, but actually EcoFun ID also, we have made non-environmental issues. So we raise social team games, and we collaborate with some prominent organizations like the UN, like some NGOs, Plan Indonesia, and so on. And it's very good experience for us as a game creator to expand our impact into not just environment, but also about social issues. So actually we created 2 social team games. The first one, it's called Katiga. So I think 4 people answer it right. Katiga, it's about occupational safety and occupational health and safety, or maybe actually in Indonesian we call it Katiga, right? So which is why we named the game Katiga. So not like K3 but Katiga. So actually the game, we work with ILO, if you know ILO, like International Labor Organizations. So we make this game, so then later the game can be used for workers to learn about how they can apply this occupational safety standard in their company. And then another one is the game called Safe Seas. So this game, we work with Plan Indonesia. So actually we create this game. The purpose is we want to promote work rights for sailors, especially like informal sailors, as Indonesia is a maritime country. So of course there are many sailors work around the world, probably not just in Indonesia. And we've seen that there are some problem related to their work rights. Sometimes they don't get paid. Sometimes they were treated badly during their work in the sea, and it's very dangerous. So in this game, actually, we try to involve the sailors, so then they can learn before they start working what do they need to be prepared if they have to get the, let's say, work license, and like some guarantee later, so then they know that they will get paid once they come back. And then so many requirements for them. Okay, thank you. So let's see who's the winner after we play this game. Let's see. Okay, this is the moment of truth. All right. So it seems, oh, I thought it's leading, but Banana win the game. Can I ask who's Banana? You guys use some initials, so or can you just like say hi or on the chat box, or like, hey, I'm Banana, just say that, it's okay, no need to unmute yourself. So all right, does anyone Bananas here? Oh, sorry, I cannot check the chat. What happened? Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, Dian Pratiwi is Banana. Okay. Let's give applause because she's the winner. And thank you for everyone yeah, for joining this game. And I will stop the the quiz. Sorry, there's some technical problem here. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Thanks for playing. It's been fun to introduce about EcoFun ID by playing this quiz. Of course, if you have questions while I'm speaking right now, please feel free to drop your question on the chat box. No need to wait until I finish talking. So please feel free, or you can also interrupt me. Feel free to raise hands and just ask right away. Okay, I'll go back to my screen right now. Okay, so yes, just a little bit in introductions about EcoFund Indonesia. And right, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about my current project, which is related to education for marginalized youth. So why we do this? So I would like to share a little bit why, like why we start all of this. So first thing first, that marginalized youth, or we can say youth from low income families or underprivileged youth, actually have always been disadvantaged in life. And as you probably know, that they, of course, there are some problems that have been faced by this youth, such as struggling to learn at school because probably they live far away. Let's say if they live in a rural area, sometimes the locations, the school location is way far, and they don't have much, they don't have proper resources like transportations, or even their parents don't have enough money to pay for the school fees, the books, the uniform, and so on. And also they have lack of access in terms of the opportunity to get scholarships and other educational opportunities. So here we see that they actually have problems in terms of how they experience education, and there are some many research that have been done in the past few years talking about this youth. And also another concern that already that I think become a huge issue right now, maybe especially in Indonesia. I'm not sure in other countries, so feel free for foreign participants. You can also share if it's similar or if it's different with your country situations. So another problem that there is some misleading portrayals when we talk about young generations, especially in the media, like, you know, the mainstream media, like newspaper, social media, YouTube, or magazine, or even on a TV news. Because um I think some of people or stakeholder or decision makers, they always say like Gen Z, Generation Z, which probably maybe all of you are Gen Z here, and millennials. I'm a millennials. Actually, they think that Gen Z and millennials have more privilege than the previous generation. This privilege means like access privilege or economic privilege, because we thought that now the young generation live better. Maybe it's correct at some point, but still in reality not all. I mean, when you see on the, let's say when you watch TV, you see like there is this like um youth with like a lot of achievements, with many awards and prizes, but actually in reality that person is just one tiny it's not what is it, it's not a the representative of the whole generations. And as you can see, like there are many still like struggling millennials, struggling Gen Z, who actually they even don't know what to eat for tomorrow. They have no idea how they can get money, but still these misleading ideas is kind of not very good when we think of how we create the educational policy. If we think that, oh, this millennials and Gen Z, they can choose any career they want, they don't need to work from 9 to 5, so they can be an entrepreneur or they can be freelance. But in reality, actually, there are many young generation who actually who don't have many choices. Some of them probably have to go work as a labor in the factory, and they got underpaid, and even they were treated badly, and they become sandwich generation and so on. So I think, related to the education, back again with education, I think this group needs to be paid attention more than the other generations. So which is why I'm very interested to conduct this study on how we can bring more education to marginalized youths. And also, in terms of educations, so there is a study conducted by Prabawa Sear. Actually, the study showed that the traditional form of education, like the current system of this current system, actually do not support learning, especially about environmental educations. So sometimes the structure is a little bit rigid, and also it's not very impactful in terms of how the current education can provide like an aggressive outcome. Let's say if they can create if the students can do some actions or can change their behavior in long term or in the short term. So which is why there is a need to seek a different approaches. And with this background, I feel like there should be another way that we can do. And also, of course, there will be some other alternative or tools that can help them to learn. And here I would like to introduce about serious games. So I believe like games have a power to educate students. And if maybe some of you don't know what is like serious game, maybe you know games, of course, let's like a tool to play. But when we talk about serious game, what is actually serious game? So here is the definition. So serious game is a game that is not just designed only for entertainment purpose, but also as a tool to educate, train, and inform users. So basically, the idea of serious game compared to games, that is serious game has a two purposes. So first is to entertain, of course, and second is to educate. So you will learn something. So it's not just about entertaining. Let's say if I'm sure you guys know like LOL, League of Legends, or maybe not League of Legends, LOL. What's the LOL stands for? Like Mobile Legends. Actually, that is entertainment games, but not very educational. So maybe you can see the difference right there. So, and according to many research, there are actually many benefits of using serious game for educations. First, actually, serious game can communicate complex issues in a simple way and using a very simple language. So compared to, let's say, reading book or listening to a lecture, I think a game have this power in terms of um, having easy communications. And also another study comparing like traditional classroom and serious game, the results show that learning experience by serious game is more preferred by student compared to the classrooms. Okay, so next then I want to introduce about the game that I'm currently working on. So here, because we think that the youth, the marginalized youth, need to learn environmental issues, of course, because environmental issues is not just for privileged students, it's not just for like rich student from rich family background. So here we believe like they have the rights to learn about environmental issues and to understand about their own surroundings, their own environmental situations. So here, in the past few years, EcoFund ID have a chance to work with the students from Australia, and we develop a game called Water Champions Game. So what is Water Champions Games? So this is a game, this is an educational tool that aims to raise awareness about urban water management and also to empower the youth to manifest water-friendly future. So here we develop in two language, English and Indonesian. So this is some of the illustration of the game. I will show you the more of the picture of the game. So here, maybe I won't explain to you how to play this game, because what I want to show you is like what are the elements, what are the important content that it's necessary for them to learn. So here in the game, we split the land use areas into 6 different types. So actually each player will learn about at least one of these areas. So I'm sorry, the illustration is in Indonesian. So here the 6 areas, actually the purple one is a commercial area like CBD or like shopping mall and so on, and the blue one is farming areas, and then third one it's housing areas, and the yellow one is informal settlement areas, and the light blue, I don't know how to call that color, turquoise probably, it's a greenery, urban greenery, and the red one is industrial area. So here each player will learn about the challenges and the future, the possible scenario that can help this area to be more water friendly. So yes, and these are the prototypes. Of course, building a game, it takes time, and we start this project, I think, since start from 4 years ago, and the COVID start, and we have to postpone for around, I think, for like a year and a half, and then we continue the project again. So here are the prototypes. So we start to make the physical prototype. So we print the game and we check on the, what is it, the, if it's compatible, and also we just make sure if the design is in the right manner. And also on the right side, you see this is a digital prototype, so we also have like a digital game versions in for Water Champions game. So feel free, if you have any questions, you can drop at any time. So then after we build the prototype, of course, we not just stop right there, not just like building the game and here's the game and done. Of course, no, that's just the beginning. So after that, we actually start to visit some schools and also visit some communities in Bogor Regency, Bogor City, in West Java, Indonesia, which actually IPB is actually in Bogor City. So actually, before we engage with the community, I try to recruit some of the volunteers. Mostly they're like university students, just like all of you. And sometimes we, EcoFund ID, we work very close with university students, because we know, like, I think university students have like a passion in, in delivering this kind of important message on environmental issues. So which is why we try to engage them more in our projects. And of course, in the future, if you're interested to be part of the EcoFund community volunteers, feel free. You can check our Instagram later, or you can check our website. We sometimes make a recruitment, but not at the moment right now. Maybe in next year, hopefully. Yeah, so this is our main highlight of the project. So after we print the game, so we visit the schools and we introduce this game, and we run like a game simulations, or we usually call it as play testing. So here in the play testing, we have like game session for maybe around 60 to 90 minutes. And then after that we follow up with like a survey. So we spread a survey to them just to make sure, like, if we can measure the outcome, the impact, if they learn something, or probably if they don't learn something. So we have to know how this game gives some impact to them, to the marginalized students. And the target group, actually, they're youth, age 12 to 18 years old. So basically they are junior high school to senior high school students. And actually, this project, we make a partnership with Monash University from Australia, and also with IPB University through LPPM, through Research and Community Service Center. And right, so next will be the result. I want to show a little bit about the survey result on how we make the learning engagement with Water Champions game, and I summarize it into 4 questions, so we can start looking at this on the upper left, about if they enjoy playing water games, and we can see all of them say yes, but this one is like very very yes or totally yes. So we see that they really enjoy playing the game, so we can see that they really yeah, they're really into the game, like, because they don't feel like they learn something, they're more into playing instead of like serious learning. And then the next one is about if they understood about the message from the game. So we also make sure if the game maybe it's too complicated, because not everyone are familiar with games with learning the mechanics or learning about some new words, some technical words. So we are making sure that the message actually transferred and then can be received by them. So we see that they say yes and totally yes. And also the next one is about the rule or the gameplay. As we all know, like games actually have different their own rules, right? Let's say when you play Monopoly, when you play Ludo, when you play Uno, actually each of the game have different rules. So we also want to know, we are curious if the rule is actually like easy or like just so or very difficult. So we see that we got like 3 answers. Some of them said, probably 3 participants said it's neutral, so probably it's a little bit difficult, if I can assume neutral, and easy, and some of them say easy and very easy. So we see that Water Champions is actually suitable for group on age 12 to 18 years old. And the last one, we ask about the cards, because most of the information actually written on the card. So the game itself actually have a different features, right? Different elements. So we have the board, we have the dice, we have the cards, and the cards actually are the main learning the learning features. So we're asking if the cards actually easy to understand, and we see that most of them said it's quite easy to understand, but one said it's a bit neutral. So it seems maybe, yeah, one participants feel a little bit difficult to absorb the informations. And also next, it's about the knowledge and skill gain. As you can see, we actually asked them some question, if what kind of knowledge that they learn, because inside the game there are different kind of knowledge, right? We talk about some personal actions, about hand washing, about safety, drinking water, and then about applying hygiene practice. And also we ask them about questions, we also introduce about the water demand on different areas. As you guys know, maybe some of you already learned about water and agriculture, and it's very challenging, right? So we insert this information on the game, and also we share about knowledge related to the facilities. So the range of the knowledge actually really broad in Water Champions game. So we want to know how this game give them some knowledge gains, and we see that actually they learn a lot about hand washing here. If you can see, like, we got 14 respondents. And also clean drinking water, they know a lot. And the orange one is actually they know something, it means like they just know enough. And know little means like, yeah, maybe they yeah, they don't get much information or knowledge about some particular knowledge. Maybe it's because it's still difficult, like for example, water demand on different areas. Maybe most of them said know little. So it means we have to work more on improving this informations, so that they can gain more knowledge in the future. And also we ask them about skill, and as you know, game is very powerful to gain skills. And I'm sure all of you who play games, you might feel, oh, I think after I play this game, I feel like I learn about strategy. I think I learn about, maybe my English actually improve. Actually, that's what I think that's my experience when I play maybe this is too old for you. So actually, I play PlayStation 1. I'm not sure if some of you maybe already in a PlayStation 3 or 4, because yeah, I know you guys are very young. So when I was playing PlayStation 1, I feel like my English were so much improved. I think compared to if I don't play games, I feel like for English vocabulary, for like gaining confidence to talk, I feel like game is very good. So then I also asked the same thing to the participants if they got some skills, but here we give them some options. So it's related to like cooperations, discuss with other players, and then the next one is about collaborations, if they can work together. And also next one is finding the answer. It means like solving the problem. And the next one is to understand the problem, like the problem about water and about the areas. And then generating ideas or making new ideas. And like other is like they can feel um, any skills that they think they learn from the games. So here we can see that they think that they can get a lot of collaboration skills, and then it follow up by like understanding the problem. So we see it's very interesting how actually game can promote like collaborative learning for them, and comparing with the traditional learning, probably, maybe if you experience traditional learning, maybe you can gain some skills, collaboration skills from, let's say, group work, doing like your homework together as a group. But here in game, while you play the game, actually you have to work together. Not, yeah, it's very like spontaneous, very direct, which I think is very interesting from the game. So that's very much it about Water Champions game. And actually I have another quiz, but maybe I want to go with Q&A first before we go to another quiz. And this quiz is very fun. It's about you actually, but you have to answer in honest way. Please don't make a lie, okay? So here I want to close my presentation here about Water Champions. It's about Ecophanopoly. And if you're interested with our games, please, you can visit our Instagram. We have two accounts about Ecophanopoly and also about Water Champions. And you can also visit Ecofan ID. And if you're interested to buy the game, so for Ecophanopoly is actually, it's a commercial product. Basically, you can buy the game, but for Water Champion is not yet on sale, so it's still on developing stage. So yeah, if you're interested with to buy Water Champion, so it's not available at the moment. Yeah, and also recently there are some students actually doing research. So they're doing bachelor, they're using Ecophanopoly as a bachelor thesis research. So maybe if some of you feel like, oh, I probably I have an idea um to make a research about our game, so please feel free to reach us. You can send an email if you're interested to make a research about this game, and or maybe you can talk with your lecturer. You can talk with your professor first. If it's a good idea, we're always welcome. We want to see how also Ecophanopoly and Water Champions make some like benefits or give some outcome for the students. So I think I want to give back to the maybe either moderator or just directly to the audience if you have any questions. So please feel free to do so.
Thank you, Miss Annisa, actually for the very interesting and so much fun presentation. We have one question already here on the chat box from Muhammad Asif.
Okay.
Muhammad Asif have a question. How do you work in Pakistan?
All right. Thank you. Can I call you Asif or Muhammad? Yes. So about our work in Pakistan. So basically, I have a colleague. So he's a Pakistani. We met in this one of the program, and actually, when I made a presentation about the Ecophanopoly, he said like, "Oh, I'm very interested with your game. I want to bring this to Pakistan." So actually, few months after I met him, I can introduce you to him if you're, because if I can remember, I think he has the game. So maybe later, if you're thinking, maybe you want to make a network with him, I can introduce it to you. So I think I will write down our email. So in case if you're interested, I can send you some of his contact later. So how do we start our work or our project? So my colleague in Pakistan, he's interested to introduce the game. So we work for this proposal. So we apply for a grant to conduct a project in two or three cities in Pakistan. So I remember I visit Lahore and Karachi. So we run a game testing I involved directly in Lahore, but after that I left Pakistan, and then he continued to introduce the game in other cities. So basically we go from school to school, we introduce the game. We actually I think in that project we went to like private school to the like marginalized schools. So we visit, I think I forgot how many schools that we visit, but it was a very nice experience for me to introduce about climate change from the games. And yeah, I think that's how we work. So but then I think at the end of the project I sent several sets of the game to him, and I'm not sure how he utilized it, but I'm sure he still keeps some of the game. So yeah, I think that's the answer. So hope it's helped. And thank you, Asif, for the questions.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll just write
Thank
down
you,
my.
ma'am. Actually, I'm also interested to start this game in my community because this is very quite helpful for the youth. And
Yes.
I'm also a student of university, and I live in Ahmedabad in Pakistan, around 6 hours from Lahore city.
Sorry. Are you asking a question? Sorry, your voice is a
No,
little
no.
bit husky.
I said you had visited in Pakistan, like a city in Lahore and Karachi, and
Mm.
I said I live 6 hours from Lahore.
You're from Lahore?
Actually, Lahore is around 4 to 5 hours from my house, away
Okay.
from my house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And, what is the name of your city or your region, your area?
Uh, my city is Ahmedabad.
Sorry.
Ahmedabad.
Can you write it down? Sorry, I'm just curious. I've been to Pakistan 2 times, and it's a very nice experience. So okay. So thanks. Sorry, maybe it's just my hearing that is not clear. Oh, Abbottabad. I see. Yeah, it's new. It's first time
Yes,
I heard
Ahmedabad.
about the city. Yes, thank you, Ashif. You can send email if you're interested to um what is if you want to connect with my colleague in Pakistan. I think I'm not sure, he's traveling around the world, so but probably he will be yeah, in Pakistan sometime. So yeah. All right. So any more questions?
We have actually another question, Miss Annisa, from
Okay, from yeah, I
Tiki.
found the questions.
Tiki. From Tiki.
Tiki. Okay, thank you. Let me read this
Yeah.
question first. It's a little bit
Okay, because
long.
it's quite a long
Yeah.
question.
Also the neutral one come from the respondent did not gain new knowledge. In my opinion, it might be have knowledge did not gain new knowledge. Okay. Have you make in-depth interview to make deeper understanding? In my experience, can be misleading if only. All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Tiki, for the comments. And of course, yes, we do. Actually, I didn't explain it in my presentations. So we actually, aside from survey, we run focus group discussions. But of course, I don't, probably if I have to present about the result of my focus group, it will take time. So yes, we do. We had the like informal discussions, and also we set up this focus group discussions, and we give them quite similar question, but it's a little bit different with the survey about, yeah, what do they, how they gain the knowledge, and why, not how, like why they interested to join the game. So we measure their motivations as well. So we want to know why marginalized students really want to engage in gaming. So yes, so we did some discussions. Thank you. And yeah, thank you for that. The opinion of you think like maybe they already know the knowledge, but they feel like, oh, this is the same thing that we, yeah, I think it's very good interpretations. Thank you. That will be useful for my writing, yeah, for my article writing. Thanks. Okay, I see another questions.
Yeah, we have one more
Oh, okay.
from Daniel James, Miss Annisa.
Okay, it is how to determine that the outcome of the game is effective on cultivating the youth awareness on environmental issues, and how to make sure that they implement what they have learned. Is there any monitoring post-assessment? Okay, so yes, this is a very good question as well. So in terms of like showing the effectiveness of the game, actually there are studies before about the effectiveness, and they use different variables. But for my research, actually I'm not focusing too much on the effectiveness, because I'm not looking into how to say, not looking into like the features, the technical elements inside the game. But actually my main research, it's actually talking about this motivations, the knowledge gain, what do they learn from the game. But actually I right now I have a big data with me. So this, the one that I show you is just a small tiny part of my research. So actually I have like this big bunch of data, but then at the moment I cannot say like it's, I cannot explain based on the fact, based on the data, that it's like effective or not, if it's showing any positive. But I think I can sense like there's some positive outcomes from the related to the youth awareness, and also for that monitoring and post assessment. So due to the COVID situation, at first, we're planning to conduct like a, like a post visit after the game. But due to the COVID, and at that time, because we run this project during the COVID period, like 2021, so we have some limitations. And so we decided, we with our partner in Australia, and also with the donors, we decided not to do much too much monitoring on and post assessment. So yes, so we didn't measure about, let's say, if they change, or if they have a kind of sudden change or not. Actually that's the first plan, but we didn't do it. And of course there are some what is it, critics on doing post assessment, especially on behavior change, because it's not permanent. So some studies said doing post assessment, let's say you play games today with the students, and then let's say 2 weeks after, you see that if they do something, if they make a change, actually that is not an effective way to measure the behavior change. Actually there are many studies already mentioned about this. So which is why um also I think with using that critics, I think it's not a kind of better options to check their outcome. So it takes a while, like it takes, let's say, I don't know, like 5 years, maybe 10 years to measure their like behavior change. So yeah, and since the project is the time limit is quite short, so we cannot do that like for 5 to 10 years. But hopefully maybe in the future, if we can do it, then we will do it. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, Miss Annisa.
Yes, I
Two
think
more.
there are two other questions.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to ask you to play games, but okay, maybe I can answer in a, wow, okay, so many questions. Uh okay, so thanks. Thank you. I really like this the audience is very active. I think on my previous speaking engagement. Usually, yeah, most students, they don't ask me question, but I really like I really like this audience giving me so many questions. Okay, next questions is about from Dafa, right? Are these games, the nature of the goods will be will also be damaged, right? So what's the sustainability of this game, in how many years the game can last and minimize the impact on the environment? Yes, of course. Things, anything can be damaged. So um for board game, actually, it's because it's not a single use, right? Board game is, I mean, you can, if you keep it well, maybe you can keep the game for like 10 years, even 20 years. Because at home I collect board games, and I still have a game that I purchased like I think 10 years ago. So you actually, it's quite, I feel like board game is quite sustainable. And the good thing from the board game, actually, when you play board game, you don't need electricity, which maybe some of you know that electricity contributes in many carbon footprints. So which is why some people, maybe some act like board game, not activists, board game enthusiasts, they say playing board game is actually it's a very eco-friendly options comparing with playing online games or digital games, because you don't need any electricity to play games. You just bring the games and then you just play with your friends. And probably, maybe if you play at night, then you need electricity, you need light. So maybe, yeah, you produce, but not as much as using like PC or computers. So may I ask about the what is the potential for sustainability? Like, can you explain about this? I don't understand a little bit about the sustainability, potential for sustainability. Can you explain a little bit more on this? And how many years can game last? So as I told you, I remember, I think one of our customers mentioned that she still have the game. Actually, she bought the game, it was in 2011, I think, and they still have it. So she still have it. So it means like it's the game is okay, so it's safe. So it's not like you keep it for 3 months and then you just throw it away to the waste bin. I think no. And then as time goes by, we produce the game in a better quality, especially in the using the cardboard, so it's kind of more thicker, it's thicker. So I think it's also helps to keep the game last longer. Okay, hope it answers, Dafa. And okay, guten Tag, Frau. Okay, guten Tag. I see you speak German. Okay, just say thank you a lot for your massive. Oh, thank you so much. May we know about your financial performance after several years of launching your board game? Did you already? Okay, wow, this is business wise questions. Thank you. Related to the financial performance, so we start officially as a social enterprise, it was to 2016. So I have to say, from that year we start to improve our, how to say, like the financial tracking, the record. Before that, it's actually it's very messy. I remember before I decided to be like a full-time entrepreneur on at that time. And we at that time, I think before 2016, I sell the game, but it's in terms of the tracking the financial, like, the profits statements, it's really messed up. So then it's not very good, because at that time I don't have any sufficient team that can help me in, in writing down all the history transaction and so on. So after 2016, we improved that, like our financial recording, our financial record. And of course, related to the profits, actually in 2018, end of 2018, we made a break-even point. So gladly, we reached to this stage of break-even point, and we start to make profit. But of course, as we all know, business is about roller coaster, right? So sometimes we make profit, sometimes we're on the minus. And honestly, during the COVID, we got impacted quite a lot. and especially because our business are very heavy in offline services. And as you know, during COVID, like we all stay home, we never go anywhere, and we're not ready for that. So it's actually very huge lessons for me and my team. So after that, we slowly try to like adopt this digital platform to provide our services. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, this COVID thing, it's giving us some huge lesson on to be like, how to survive with this situation. So if we don't have this COVID, probably we never know, like, there will be another storm, there will be another huge challenge that came to our business. So after that, after the COVID, we shift a little bit our mindset. It's not just about just earning the profit. Right now we just try to just survive, like actually we yeah, at least we can run in a minimum resources. So yes, I think we can run our business with that mindset, instead of just earning more profit every year. Because I think at this stage, I think all of business just try to adapt with all the changes. Maybe some of you already know that probably next year it will be like a dark times for I don't know, maybe with the whole world or for Indonesia, about the recessions and so on. So of course, like a business sector must be ready for that. So at least if they can operate in a minimum level of resources, and they just try to survive day by day, I think it's good enough, I think, to be survived. Yes, danke schön. I hope I answered. All right. Okay, so I think I see another question as well. Maybe this will be the last question before I go to the quiz. I think we have time. Have I cooperated with big PC Android game producers and investors to make your game widespread sold? Unless it is widespread, the impact will be minimal since the buyers mainly green or the left ones. Oh, okay. Thank you for the questions. Actually, we had one experience that we tried to cooperate with one, not a big company, but this local company in Indonesia. They're interested to make a digital versions of Econopoly, but then we didn't reach the agreement. So we not break the contract, we cancel the contract. And after a few months after this cancellations, my team and we discussed that we might stick to the tabletop games for a while, because digital game itself, it's how you call it in I forgot in English. There are many competitors. Like, if the blue ocean, what is the opposite of blue oceans? Like, there are many players there. So we learn, like, if we enter in this like digital game industry, it's like like entering unknown jungle. So like there are many competitors. So actually I feel like instead of being rushed to just to digitalize our product, so we have to learn little by little to see our strength, to see our positionings before we decided fully, okay, so now we want to focus more on the Android or the digital game. So at the moment we still stick to our main strength as a tabletop game producers. But of course, as maybe I already present, some of our game actually have been digitalized, and we actually have we have a collaborating partner in making this Android games. So of course we did into some of our products, but not the whole products. So it still depend on the needs and the demands. Yes, and being sold in Shopee, yes, it's in Shopee and Tokopedia. I put on the slide. If you can see, you can just go to our shop or just use Google. You just write Shopee Econopoly or Tokopedia Econopoly. You will get that link right away. So yeah, please go ahead if you're interested to buy. Yes, I think that's all. I hope it answer all the questions for the audience, and thank you so much. I feel like I want to save all of this question. Is that possible? This will be very good. All right. Okay. Thank you, and allow me to continue to our final. Okay, right. Sorry. Okay. Our final sessions here is about quiz time. Before I introduce you about what is EcoFund Indonesia and what is Ecophenopoly, but now it's all about you. So please go back to your menti.com and let's check if how environmentally aware are you. I would like to know. Okay, let me open my Menti while you're checking on your phone. All right, this one. Okay. Okay. The quiz is ready. Okay, so sorry. Sorry, my mistakes, this one. Okay, yes, please go to your menti.com and put 25068205. I think for Noel, since you speak Germans, it's 500 sechs acht 205. Bitte. Does any of you maybe speak German as well? Actually, I forgot most of my German, so it's getting, yeah, I never use it. Okay, let's wait for a while. It seems we have 14 minutes left. I think, yeah, I think we can wait for another 1 minute. Okay, still 15, and I see that there are 70 of you. Like, please join us. I won't judge you, of course. It's just a game. Don't be afraid to answer about to answer it based on what you have done. So actually, the question, this quiz, are actually part of the Ecophenopoly question. So if I would like to give you a sneak peek about how we play Ecophenopoly. But of course, you can go check the YouTube if you want to know about how to play Ecophenopoly. Okay, so we get 19 here. I wish it could be more, probably like 30. Is it possible to get 30 participants? Right. I wonder if any of you are from Japan here. No? Just checking. Okay, I think, okay, I'll just stick to this 20 participants. Okay, it's gone one. All right. Okay, so let's start for this quiz of how environmentally aware are you? Let's go. Get ready. You can join in the middle of the quiz. Okay, first questions. Which type of food that has the highest carbon footprint? It's supposed to be very easy question if you're learning, if you're from environmental field. I feel like this is very easy questions. Let's see. Oh, wow. It's unexpected. So yes, the type of food that has a higher carbon footprint is actually beef. Do you know what after beef? What's next? The highest carbon footprint? Any of you can answer? You can just shout or you can just write down on the chat box. So actually beef, why? Because beef, actually the requirement to raise one cow, like it takes like, you know, like how many field and also their feces and also the water consumptions. So which is why eating beef actually you contribute to climate change. I mean, I'm not saying like stop eating beef right away, no, but there are many studies that suggest us as a human, maybe you can cut less meat, like you can cut your red meat consumptions. So instead of like, you know, you stop being what is it, a carnivore, like eating meat, it's the best for you, because humans sometimes need protein. But of course, if you're vegan or vegetarian, I don't encourage you to to go back to live your veganism or vegetarianism. But for meat eaters, and I know like in our culture in Asia, we, yeah, like vegan and vegetarian is not very familiar what is it, ideas. Of course, some of us are still eating meat. So according to, yeah, the research, that they suggest you just need to just cut your meat consumptions, especially red meat, or maybe shift your meat consumption to white meat like chicken instead of like beef. Okay, so 8 people answer it correct. Thank you. Let's see what's next. Oh, can you see my screen? Sorry, I think. Can I ask if the screen is still there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Can you, yeah, let me know if the screen is having a problem. Okay, let me go to the next questions. Okay. All right. Next question is, all right, get ready. Okay, so now it's about plastic. Okay, so which type of, I think I need to reshare, sorry, because it's, okay. Which type of plastic, mineral plastic bottle belongs to? All right, wow, seems some of you have a very good knowledge on type of plastics. Maybe if you study chemistry, or if you study like industrial chemistry, you might learn about this, because I didn't learn about this in school or in a university. But yeah, so mineral plastic bottle, or the disposable ones, like the in Indonesia we call it aqua or le minerale. Actually, it belongs to one, or PET bottle. It means it's a single use, so you cannot reuse it. If you reuse it, it's bad for health. And also in terms of waste productions, if you use more PET bottle, it means you contribute to more plastic, more waste, and it's bad for environment. So better to shift to like reusable bottle. And I'm sure, can I see a thumb if all of you always bring your reusable bottle whenever you go? Can I see a thumb? If you, oh, no one? You use PET bottle? I see Tiki give a thumb. Okay, I see Daniel also give a thumb. All right, okay, good. Okay, the rule is not being judgmental, sorry. So, okay, right. So please use your own reusable bottle instead of keep purchasing PET bottle. All right, thank you. Next question will be, let's see. Wait. I don't know what happened here. Let's all right, sorry. Yeah, next questions. Get ready. Okay, now it's about water. So this is your opinion. Do you think fresh water is renewable resources that you can consume that you can consume it as much as you want? Is it yes or no? Let's see. Oh, okay, interesting. Thank you for the answer. So yes, this is kind of a bit misconceptions. I think in Indonesia, I remember when I was in elementary school, in a textbook, the book say, I really remember exactly. I was, I think, 4th grade elementary school, and it's actually a science book. And I remember when I read the definition of water, water is actually renewable resources that I think that never be gone from the earth. So it means you will get plenty of water is abundance, and you can use it as much as you want. So I feel like this is also misleading ideas, because the fact that I'm sure some of you know that fresh water in our earth actually only 3%, and most of them most of like fresh water are located in a remote area that actually is not easy to get. Even like high talent engineers is still trying hard to get some water resources. So actually, which is why there is new suggestions to conserve the water, to reuse the water. So actually, you can use it, not as much as you want. So just based on what you need. So please you start from today. So whenever you see clean water, it doesn't mean like, oh, I can waste water and as much as you want. So when you turn on your tap, make sure you use that water, not to waste the water. Especially maybe I sometimes observe, if maybe some of you are Muslims, I sometimes see at the shopping mall, at the the prayer room, especially in the ladies areas, sometimes especially for the one with the hijab like me with the scarf, I usually see like some of the ladies, they turn on the tap, and then they start to open the hijab to to go, because we need to wash our hair. But then yeah, they let the water open. So this is very what is it in Japanese, is mendokusai, or yeah, it's like a waste of actions. I don't know in English, but so make sure maybe you can open your hijab and then start to open the water tap, and then you can use it. So instead of like wasting 1 liter of water while you're busy opening your hijab, so make sure you be more careful on not wasting the water. So thank you. This is very good questions. And next one. Oh, okay, leaderboard. Let's see if banana winning. No. Or Pingu. Oh, cereal box. Who's cereal box here? Can you raise hand or just send a chat? I'm cereal box. Cereal box detective. Okay, let's see if cereal box can keep his or her positions as the first winner. Buaya jantan. For the non-Indonesian participants, yeah, this buaya jantan is very dangerous, so you have to be careful. Buaya is crocodile and jantan is male, so male crocodile, but it's dangerous. Okay, next, the fourth questions. Let's see. Okay, so now about not electricity, about gadget. Laptop versus PC desktop, which one is more energy saving? If some of you are engineering students, probably this is an easy questions. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, 14 are right. So actually, laptop is more eco-friendly than PC desktop. Actually, yeah, there are some studies on, because for laptop itself, laptop has this auto shutdown, like auto sleep mode. So and sometimes PC desktop, if you don't set it up, so actually PC desktop will consume more energy, more electricity. And also, yeah, there are some very technical parts of each of the gadgets that make it what is it, more high energy consumption. So I think yes, better to use laptop, and I'm sure maybe most of students are using like a laptop instead of PCs. I think just use PC if you don't have laptop. So yeah, all right, so it's not the same, actually it's different. Let's go to the final questions. Moment of truth. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is question about you. So today or yesterday, did you plug your charger and you let it plug once once you finish charging? Oh, okay. Nice. So I see that 11 of you unplug it, you take the cable from the, what is it, the terminal, how you call it. So yes, it's very good actions. So if you let it plug, like if you in Indonesian, colokan dibiarin, it's not good. So make sure when you finish charging, so you take it off, you unplug it. So because it still absorb some of the electricity. Maybe it's not much in terms of the amount of electricity, but if you do it like, for 20 years, so it's bad, right? So if you calculate it for like 2 decades, I think it's a waste of electricity, while you're not charging, but you keep wasting the electricity. And as you already know, like electricity actually contributes I think the highest carbon footprint among all of the things like waste, water, like food. So actually electricity is it's really bad, so which is why we need to save the electricity. So use it when you need it. If you're not using it, then just turn it off or just unplug it. So thank you for answering all of these questions. So let's see who's the winner. Just give a drum roll for the next result. If oh, who's the winner? All right, wow, it's Maya. Maya, can you can you show yourself, Maya? Who are you, Maya? Oh, it's your real name, right, Maya? Or Maya Estianti? And the fastest is Farah. I see Farah. Congratulations. Who's Maya? I want to get to know with Maya. Okay, I see it on the chat. Maya. Sorry, I can't see the chat box. Oh, okay, so here's Maya. Oh, Maya is Liting. Ah, okay, so it's your initials, your alias. Okay, congratulations for Liting for winning the quiz. How environmental friendly are you? Please keep up the good work. Please save the environment by just doing something small but very impactful. And this quiz actually the end of my presentations. I hope you enjoy the sessions for around 1.5 hours. And please, maybe my last message will be, don't stop doing something right for environment. So please don't give up. No need to feel like, oh, I'm useless. Or is it maybe the thing that I do, it's not giving any outcome, but don't worry, small thing is still necessary. So please keep up the good work. Thank you. I think I will give it back to Ibu Nufa. Thank you for the attentions.
Okay, thank you, Miss Annisa. So please, everyone, do not stop keeping our environment sustainably, right, Miss Annisa?
Yes.
Okay, and we have already finished our last part of this course, this afternoon course with Miss Annisa Hasanah. And thank you so much, Miss Annisa, for the impressive and so much fun lecturing, actually. We get knowledge from you, and we can also spread this game to our surrounding community to improve our awareness about the environmental activities, and also inclusivity social aspect for for all, actually. Okay, everyone, for this last session, I also will remind you to not forget to fulfill your attendance form. Yeah, do not forget to fill in the attendance form. I have already put the link on the chat box. Yes, you can click the link. And also everybody, and also this, we have Pak Arif here, who have support us to finish our session this afternoon. Again, thank you, Miss Annisa Hasanah, for the presentation, and also thank you, everybody. you can still staying here until the last, and I will close our session today. Thank you so much, and still keep your spirit to finish this ESL summer course program. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you.